The Three Faces of Kathleen WYNNE, Manipulating Sentiment at a Hallmark Hall of Fame Time of Year. Toronto. When Premier Kathleen WYNNE spoke at the tragic funeral for Honey and Barry Sherman last Thursday, she was in full-on Jewish mode, clearly using a speechwriter who knew customs deeply rooted in the Jewish faith. She spoke of tzedakah, which teaches the obligation we as Jews have to help those in need. But WYNNE, appropriately dressed in black with the requisite pearls, didn't stop there. She went on to speak of a prayer often read on the Jewish Sabbath that refers to a woman of valor who gives generously to the poor, her hands stretched to the needy. I found myself near disgusted by her words, not because they didn't apply perfectly to the Shermans. It was because I felt WYNNE was using the funeral and the rawness of everyone's emotions as an opportunity to cozy up to Toronto's Jewish community. It was also appalling to me that the word tzedakah, the obligation to help those in need, would even be heard from the mouth of a woman who has made hydro unaffordable to so many of those with limited means in this province, or who has decimated healthcare to name just two non-tzedakah-like acts by our Premier. I only had to watch her don a headscarf and a red religious-looking shmita the next day last Friday and 2 days before Christmas to speak at Reviving the Islamic Spirit Conference at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre (MTCC) to realize how far she'd go to manipulate sentiment at what is an already highly Hallmark Hall of Fame time of year. Note: the conference took place at the MTCC, not a mosque, but she was still in her headscarf. But she really struck the opportunistic iron while it was hot and brought up the I-word Islamophobia, even claiming that according to statistics, which ones, I don't know, anti-Muslim hate crimes are on the rise. The crowd was ecstatic. Tzedakah and women of valor were so yesterday. Were down in 2016 and that hate crimes against Jews had the largest spike last year, up 25% from the year before. Funny thing, too, the increases were seen mainly in Ontario, Quebec and Manitoba. So never mind. Never let the facts get in the way of a good opportunity to pander for votes. Our three-faced, desperately unpopular Premier, not to let an opportunity slip to get the Christian vote, tweeted early Christmas morning a picture of her singing Silent Night with a church choir. The entire choir was dressed in white. WYNNE stuck out like a sore thumb in a bright red jacket. The caption she added to the picture did not go over well, judging from the responses on Twitter. They included several about her opportunism, another about not being able to afford the power to cook the Christmas turkey, and others that are too obscene to mention. My point with all of this is that WYNNE will stop at nothing, even manipulating the sentiment of the season and playing whatever role she needs to in order to troll for votes. And I would venture to guess we'll see more cheesy appearances like this as we get closer to the June election. Look, I know opportunism is part of a politician's DNA, so much so that I've come to think most we're stuck with at all levels of government are more adept at manipulating public sentiment than actually reading the public. But WYNNE, as of late, has taken opportunism to a whole new level, from the politically correct outfit to the pat phrases to the insincere photo ops.